Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our fifth bout of the night. We move to the flyweight division now, making his way to the NFA cage, Bryce Kaiser.
Again, he's an ex-champion of ours. Just did lose his belt, so he's won the rebound. He did take a fight outside this organization, beating Forrest Caro with an arm bar. Now, Jordan, if you remember the last fight, he spent a lot of time on his back. He looked good off his back, though. He was throwing up submissions, strikes, but he did tell me he's thinking about maybe standing up this time. He doesn't want to leave it in the judge's hands.
Yeah, that last match, he's long and lanky, so these guys usually like triangles, armbar setups. Looking back on it, if I was him, if I was his coach, I would have told him, after I saw that, at least in the first round, kind of get up and move. And the guy he fought was really athletic and really talented as well. Maybe he can get that back if he wins this one, but Bryce is tough. I remember when you first booked him on the show and people didn't know who he was. He came out and won that belt, and then he defended it. The kid is very solid. I'm interested to see what he brings here, what he took from the last fight. I mean, because he's a gamer.
Absolutely. Now, I will say the champion has made his pro debut, so the belt is vacant right now. So maybe Bryce looks at getting this win and trying to get his belt back.
Oh yeah, that's obviously always the goal, is to be the best. When you're the best, you have the title.
That's usually what it says.
No, I'm just saying, that's always the goal until you're, kind of older and you're like, okay, I'm just here to see what I can do in my career. But these young cats, man, they want to get that gold. They want to get that strap.
Now, I will say Bryce Kaiser does have a lot. He is a Muay Thai champion and does have a lot of kickboxing experience to go along with his 4-4 MMA record.
His opponent now making his way to the NFA cage, Tyler Janes.
Now, here's what I'll say about Tyler Janes, because I see him at the den all the time. This kid is always working. He's always in class grinding, very skilled, working hard, even upgraded his strength conditioning. He's been working with Jeremy Pickett out of there, too. When I go in there and I'm going to do any coaching or anything, he's always there before I get there. I get there early on those days, and he's doing strength conditioning before he goes into the other classes. And he's young, looks athletic. He looks the part, too. He looks like somebody who could go quite a distance in this sport. He's got that professional look. He's already working hard at that level. He's in the right place with the training partners. I'm interested to see what he brings tonight against this experienced Bryce Kaiser.
Well, Wolves then reached out and said, hey, we got Tyler Janes at 125. They asked me who I had. I go, right now I have Bryce Kaiser, and they jumped all over it. They were really excited about the matchup. So obviously, to your guys' points, they're a good gym, so they must be ready for that big step up in competition here.
I would be surprised if Mop ever really turned down a grappler. Yeah. Someone that was very good at grappling, even though he's got the striking pedigree. Yeah. Like the last fight, he was really heavy in his grappling.
I like the song.
It's different.
Well, it's my first time seeing Tyler Janes. He looks like a caveman.
I was about to say, I like the hair and beard. Yeah.
But I do notice the USA Wrestling tattoo on the left shoulder. So I think this is kind of that striker grappler mode right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the NFA Amateur Flyweight Division, brought to you tonight by the Ozzie Smith Center. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This kickboxer stands 5'11", weighed in 125.4 pounds. He holds a 4-4 amateur MMA record. Representing Peoria Athletic Club, fighting out of Peoria, Illinois, he is the former NFA Amateur Flyweight Champion, Bryce Skinny Pete Kaiser. His opponent across the NFA cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a Mop Jitsu style fighter, standing 5'8", weighed in 125.1 pounds. He holds a perfect amateur record, 2 wins, 0 defeats. Representing Wolves Den, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Tyler Janes. Your referee, the Team Novalich.
Kaiser in the blue, Janes in the red. Thank you.
I'll help you.
One thing I will say, the help Kaiser striking, he is 5'11" at 125. That's tall.
He is very tall. I mean, at 125, they have good body knees right there.
That's what we thought would happen.
And here comes the takedown.
They immediately want to get to that wrist ride.
Yeah, and like we talked about, these lighter guys at 125, they can go and go and go.
Got
and
a
then
motor.
Jordan, you had mentioned that you see James always in the gym, always working. That's gonna amplify when you're in those later rounds.
He's still got that wrist right, and he's holding him out.
He's got those legs tied up pretty well too.
Oh, he lost the wrist right, but yep, he's down there almost in what you call the Habib mount, which is right above the knees.
Which was clearly not very effective.
Nice smothering him.
Yeah, and I think this is more of a I'm just dominating you right now, making Kaiser work, trying to drain that tank a little bit.
Yeah, and if he gives up his back in the process, all the better. But what he's got to watch is if he tries to wall walk with them long limbs here.
Yeah, it looks like now he's in half guard now. Looks like he's maybe trying to set up a head and arm triangle. Oh no. Doing a lot of mother's milking here. I think that's what that's called.
Couple good shots there, sits him right back down.
See, this is frustrating. My training partner, Jordan Dowdy's done this to me many times. Once he's on top, I can't get him off there. And unfortunately, I don't have an end of a round to start over. But this is very nice guillotine right here if he could sit back on it. But this sucks. This is like you feel very helpless at times.
Yeah, it's very methodical. Tyler James taking his time on the ground.
Yeah, we're in that last minute. If Skinny P can stay out of this guillotine a little bit, he might be all right.
You just got to get that hand a little tighter.
This is one thing, though, where the experience should help. Kaiser, instead of panicking, he's staying very calm, but he's
Absolutely.
definitely in a bad position.
For sure. And now the strikes are coming.
Nice shots.
I couldn't tell this angle if they were pretty clean or not, but
One for sure was his head rocks back. He's blocked most of them, though.
It's very well timed, because if he would have gone to those strikes immediately, there's probably too much energy in him, and he would be giving up that position, but he cooked him a bit, so to speak, and so now there's a little bit more fatigue. Making him carry your weight is the most fun thing in the world whenever you're the guy doing it.
back to that cross twist right. Oh, he let it go. We're down to the final 10 here. I think Skinny P's going to get out of this first round. He's going to have to try to neutralize that takedown because clearly that's the game plan.
He's losing his shorts, too. He's doing what he needs to do, though.
In this flyweight
He's
matchup,
surviving to
once
get to your
again.
corner so you can readjust.
Well, and early on in that first round, there was a couple knees exchange, and even though they both landed him, it looked like he got the worst of the exchange in James. There was one that was right at the middle, made me kind of shudder. The corners are awfully close to each other.
I was
right
thinking
now.
that. I was like, yeah, looks like Kaiser's corner is kind of out of their area.
Well, I believe that I think that Kaiser's supposed to be over one.
Yeah.
And I actually think that James is supposed to be over one as
Right
well.
in front of us, yeah. I agree.
I would imagine the game plan coming out of Kaiser's corner, just try and keep a distance, hit him with something heavy on the way in if he's coming in. And again, it's going to be for James, do the same thing.
We'd like to thank the Ozzie Smith Center for sponsoring this fight. Tyler James versus Bryce Kaiser. Referee looked like he was warning James for something.
He put his palm on Kaiser's face and pushed it down early.
Oh!
That was his tongue.
That's what he needed to do was, nullify that takedown. Now I was going to say now James may be a little hesitant, but that would be the opposite of what happened.
That was a good kick, but he also just shook it off too.
It's also good follow-up too. Kaiser did a great stuff in that first attempt. Second one got him though.
Yeah, that kick was a good kick, but just because of the crazy style of James's hair, we saw it flick up. It may not have landed. I can't wait to see a replay on that. I couldn't tell if it really landed solid or not.
Yeah, it could have been the chest.
Outside leg right.
He's got that arm tied up again.
Leg right, leg right.
Using that forehead that we talked about last fight.
Yeah, that's just wrestler stuff right there. Makes it uncomfortable and grimy.
Right back to mount.
And I like that he's grapevining those legs. The problem with grapevining, though, you can't really do a whole lot of damage when you're stretching them out. But it does cause, your opponent to work a little harder to get out.
It does look like, though, he's using it basically to set up submissions. That's probably why he's being so low, why he's stretching him out. I don't think he's concerned about striking that much here, other than just to maybe soften him up a bit.
Well, and a lot of people, especially amateurs, they turn and give up their back in this situation. Kaiser's doing a good job of not doing that. He'll turn to his side here, but as long as he doesn't get 2 arms to one side, he's not giving up his back.
Good little pepper shots there. They're yelling at now from James to make sure that Kaiser does not get up. So obviously they're respecting his striking.
Well, yeah, he just took a kick to the face, I think. But also, clearly, James, this is where he's strongest, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Passes right to Mount like it's nothing.
Yeah, if James can get his striking caught up to his ground, he's going to be dangerous.
And it might even be
I
there.
was
This
gonna
is just
say-
what he wants to
could
do.
be, you're right. Yeah.
I was just saying to say the same thing. It might be there, he just hasn't needed it.
Or why test it against a Muay Thai champion too, when you know you can take it to the ground.
Kaiser's losing his pants.
Yeah, it's twice now. I guess we lost a rubber band. The ref be grabbing it.
Well, Nadim will use that for his own here. Although I believe he cut it.
Yeah, it looks shorter.
That's the last time I've seen
pulled
him.
a soccer look off now.
Looking for an arm triangle.
It's not quite in, but it's still tight, and this still sucks.
That hand straight is a good
Now
defense.
it's in. Now it just slipped in a little tighter. Because his arm came across, but if Skinny P can hold him off for 10 seconds,
He's also doing a good job of pushing him up against
there's
the cage.
that space. I think we're going to get out of this round. Wow. Now, would you guys consider that a 10-8 round or just 10-9?
Ooh, I'd say 10-9.
I say 10-9 because not a whole lot of damage was
Right.
done, and the fight was not almost finished.
Yeah, I don't think he was hurt. I feel like if you get hurt, it would be more of a 10-8.
Yeah.
I would lean 10-9 as 2, but I'm curious if that first kick landed because that, with full speed, it looked like it could have been really bad.
It did. It looked really good, but again, that hair, when he flicks his head back, it looks like everything got rattled.
I almost feel like it didn't land, 'cause otherwise I don't know how he ate that, because that was brutal. One thing Kaiser did, though, when he was getting put in that head and arm triangle, he scooted closer to the cage so that way James couldn't jump off to the side.
He also lifted his arms straight. That is it looks weird, but that is a good way to kind of protect yourself from that for a little bit.
What's better, that or the answering the phone?
Well, I think we got a replay here of that kick, and we want to check it out.
Yeah, let's check it out.
See if they can show that real fast so we can check out the beginning of round number 2. Let's see, he comes in with this kick. And we missed it. It was close. It was close.
What a tease.
Still no answer.
Lost the
Mouth
mouthpiece.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Oh, big right hand out of Kaiser. But we knew the shot was coming. That's kind of Skinny P's only way to win this fight, I think.
Yeah.
Get off a good shot right out the gate.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get back up. He might have to take some risks here to get up. He did say his last fight, he thought he was losing, and that's why he took a risk and then getting caught. And I don't think that's a bad mentality in going in any fight, because you never know. But this one, I definitely think he's going to have to take some risks and get up.
Yep, but first thing he's got to do is at least get back to guard. If he can't get up or sweep, he needs to try and work back to guard. Easier said than done. If you're going against, so the body types here, if you're going against somebody long and lanky, it's hard to get past their knee. But for the other guy, if you're long and lanky on bottom, it's hard to get the position back.
Yeah, James does not look like he's empty on that tank at all.
No.
Neither of these guys look tired. I mean, Kaiser's working. There's nothing he can work to.
Yeah,
This is James's world.
Yeah, if Kaiser wasn't working, it'd probably been finished.
But hey, we're in round number 3, boys.
Yeah, if
First
I
of
was
the
him, I'd wall walk up that and just kick off of that cage and see what would happen.
You got to throw Hail Marys at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, you almost got to. I don't want to say give up your back. You almost got to do something to try to cause a scramble so you can try to get out. James is just so tight on him. Even right there when he's trying to get separation with the forearm, it's just not happening. James looks like he just would rather choke himself out. These little pepper strikes again, just staying active.
Use your hand to put your knee down.
I'll be really curious if we hit about 30 seconds left here if he opens up to really try and land some damage and get a finish.
There we go. We got to get some punch there. Punch there. Step over the mat. Hey, left knee, left knee, left knee, left knee.
Yeah, so there's not a whole lot of risk if something ends up happening. You basically dominate the whole round. And you got the 2 rounds in your pocket.
Hey, guillotine.
I don't see any judge scoring it otherwise.
That would be crazy. Excuse me. That would be absolute crazy.
But we do see crazy.
Yes,
it does
we do.
happen. So.
It's not boxing, guys. We're good.
All right. About 22 seconds left, 23, 22.
I'm with you,
Let's
Jordan.
see if he opens up.
I'd like to see Tyler open up and try to finish the fight, right? Because that's kind of always been the MO of these wrestlers. Is they're. I'm not saying this is boring because I enjoy this fight. I can see what Tyler's doing, but I can see why they get pigeonholed as, oh, they're just kind of boring. They just get down there, lay and pray. He's working the whole time, but I would like to see him open up, like you said, and try to finish that fight a little bit aggressively.
Well, and he just did go against someone with a lot of experience, and he's
Absolutely.
walking out with a win.
Yeah, he just beat the former champion. You know, and his 3rd fight. So
Bryce's cornerman is ready to fight too. He's got his gloves on.
that's Chad Hinton. He's fighting later. So he is.
No, I know, but it'd be crazy if it was like a tag team match.
Team match. I mean, I think there's some out there, maybe in Russia. I don't know.
Hey, Jordan, we're going to Russia.
Oh gosh.
I'm down.
All right, we're going to
let's
go
do
check out that kick finally here and see if we can go to that replay. Just see if it landed. You know, they started round 2, and Kaiser knew he had to start with something. I think it was on the chest.
Yeah,
Maybe
right in the chest.
grazed up to the chin,
It's a bad man, boys. It's a bad
but it was, it was what he had to do. Yeah, I think it was in the chest, maybe grazed up to the chin. But good job by James by taking it and sticking to his game plan, not getting flustered and dominating the end of the 2nd and 3rd round.
Well, that beard gives him +10 in defense, so that helps.
It does. It does.
All right, let's see what the decision is.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Tyler James.